GoPros in it.
Okay. This is my first graduation. What? You did it last year. Johnny probably. Was it Johnny? Did you get both cameras? The other one, I just turned the camera on. You want me to go down and mess with it? No, that's fine. Yeah, the box is down at the camera. Oh my God. I told you that when you were down on the ground. So we would have to run up here and do it. So what I'm going to do is when I'm going to walk in, I'm going to have it over here. And then after we get in, Jake said he had it all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Could maybe move it to the left, not the camera itself, but like the angle, stick it to the left.
Go ahead first, I'm fine.
Yeah, just a little bit, not much. But I mean, like I said, it's up to you. You don't have to. It's just my preference. Perfect. You're good.
Are you going to go to Hollywood and start doing this all the time?
I don't know. I think I won't. I don't think I'm
Come back and visit. My friend was a movie critic for the Hollywood Reporter for like 36 years. Yeah. So he got to interview like famous people. You know, you go watch movies and rate them. It was a cool job. And now he's back out in Hollywood rating screenplays. Cool, huh?
Nope.
All right, well, good luck with your filming.
Thank you.
You're at
I met her in a couple of different weddings.
Okay. Well, remember, I got my presidential award, so that could be a form of TV. That presidential teaching award. So tell Rimmer, get it on the schedule.
Yeah. By the way, we're still working through that science fair.
We've got hours.
Already.
It doesn't have to be.
And there's a cord here.
Hey, how are you?
Shay, it's go time. I won't.
is going on? Yeah, we're actually on this area, but we're right by the speakers. Batteries and camera link batteries will last the whole time. Can you hear me? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Would you please stay standing and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Reese Ceribita. I am the Juniata Valley Class President. It is my honor to welcome all of you, family, friends, members of the faculty, and the class of 2022 to the Juniata Valley 2022 commencement ceremony. On behalf of the entire class, I would like to extend my warmest thank you to each and every one of you who have been vital to our successes and are the reason we stand proudly here today. I would also like to extend my warmest congratulations to my class, who has achieved so much and will continue to succeed in the future. To all the family and friends with us today, and to those who could not be here in person and are watching the ceremony or thinking of graduates as we celebrate this moment, thank you.
What a beautiful day in central Pennsylvania, and even more glorious day here at Juniata Valley. Every graduating class has their own attributes. Some are the largest, some are the smallest, some have been difficult, and some have been the greatest pleasure to have worked with. Others have had struggles to deal with, such as the class of 2020 dealt with a school closure. The class of 2021 dealt with a year of masks, social distancing, special events that just could not happen. So many people have referred to these classes as the class that has lost out on this or lost out on that due to the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic. When I started to think about what I could share about the class of 2022, things like COVID, lost opportunities, new normals began to flow through my mind. But as I sat and really thought about what this class has experienced over the past 3 years, I just could not bring myself to say the same things over again as I had for the past 2 graduation ceremonies. This class is different. They did not lose out. They grew. They made the best out of every opportunity. They created memories in difficult situations. They found a way to be successful outside of the norm. They are not just another class that lost out due to something that was completely out of their control. They grew into the type of young adults that our world needs. The type that will not give up when things get tough. The type that will stand up, stand strong when fate throws a roadblock and challenges their spirit. With their approach to everything that was going on around them, beginning in the 10th grade, they fought through all of these challenges far longer than any other class before them. They took on the challenges, some tougher than others, but in the end, they overcame all of these challenges to reach this day. A day of accomplishment, a day of victory. In a fight that lasted 2 1/4 years for them. They are not just survivors. They are fighters. So my remarks to you, the class, take your fighting spirit to the world, class of 22. Congratulations. I am proud of you.
Good afternoon to faculty, staff, parents,
community members, and most importantly, my fellow classmates and now graduates of the Juniata Valley High School class of 2022. Although you may already know me, my name is Anna Kuntz and I am this year's Salutatorian. It is with great pleasure and gratitude that I stand here today and speak not only for myself, but for my peers as we walk across the stage and throw our caps in the air to commence the end of our high school careers. As I first entered the doors of Juniata Valley Elementary School for kindergarten orientation in the spring of 2009, and later that fall as an official student, I was told that time would fly by. Of course, at the time, I took this fact with a grain of salt, more concerned with meeting my teacher and making new friends in a new environment. Fast forward nearly 13 years later, and I can confidently say that through the ups and downs of high school, I have watched myself and those around me grow into the young adults that we are today. It is often true that we cannot see our growth as it is happening, but rather when we look back with a fresh perspective and newfound wisdom. I resonate with a quote that says, "Growth is the only evidence of life." It is true that growth is not only a measure of how far we have come, but how much we have yet to achieve. A very special teacher once described our class as having the most character of any group she has ever seen. Regardless of our differences, we each have unique and valuable qualities that make us who we are. It is safe to say that our class is a special one, so much that our teachers have stuck around to have us in class, whether they have stayed another year before retirement, moved up a grade level with us, or redeveloped a love for their job due to our drive and determination to learn. We've earned sports titles, won music, business, speech, and writing competitions, and given back to the community that helped raise us. We've stuck pencils and phones to walls, outwitted our teachers, and set high standards for the classes below us. Not many people have the privilege of being able to grow up with the same group of people since birth, and that to me is the most special accomplishment of all. We are the class of 2022. When I reflect on our high school careers, I feel that it is only fitting to compare them to a novel. As we've been taught repetitively throughout school, a good book contains main characters, a unique plot, and a lesson, often following a sequence of events and containing multiple chapters. With this being said, of the story, and each year of high school its own chapter. The first chapter, my freshman year, would be entitled A New Beginning. Just as every story has a series of plot elements, this year represents the exposition of the story. After putting a close to 8th grade and the awkward, tumultuous, and often confusing middle school experience, my freshman year could only be described as the opposite. With a new sport to take on, new friendships, and the exciting and nervous energy that came with being an official high schooler, I felt like a whole new person, and I'd like to think that my classmates felt the same. The next chapter, detailing the events of my sophomore year, would be entitled The Year of Ups and Downs. Being the rising action, this chapter details our transition to life as upperclassmen. After being established with new activities, people, and the promise of good things to come, my sophomore year started off better than any other school year. Other than a brutal ankle injury courtesy of a fallen walnut and the universally dreaded SAT test, I didn't have much to worry about. That is, until none other than a global pandemic flipped our lives upside down, causing panic, economic uncertainty, and a decline in the physical and mental health of young and old alike. Just mere 16-year-olds, we were faced with a state of national emergency that would force us to grow up sooner rather than later. Soon enough, we were completing online assignments, taking up new hobbies, and connecting with each other virtually in an attempt to find happiness in a world of uncertainty. Fasting forward to my junior year of high school, we entered the school year with masks, adjusted schedules, and social distancing, all at the most pivotal time in our high school careers. As the climax or turning point of the story, this was the year that we would decide upon our future paths and begin to think about the next steps in achieving our life goals. This year proved to be a challenging one, not only academically, but emotionally, mentally, and socially, earning the title of Lockdown and Buckle Down. For my classmates and I, returning to high school in unprecedented times while also developing our own beliefs, values, and judgments about the world around us was no easy task. As we made every attempt to get back into the groove of school, we worked to find the silver lining in a world that only wanted to see the negative. In the end, however, I believe that my classmates and I left our junior year as stronger and more mature human beings, proving that in many ways the pandemic was a blessing in disguise. Lastly, my senior year can only be described as the beginning of the end, and likewise the falling action of this story. This year has shown me that is what meant to be will be, and sent truths my way that I didn't even know I needed to hear. I've reflected upon who I am as a person, what I want for my future, and how I can work to get there. I've learned that not only I, but my fellow classmates have the power to make our dreams a reality if only we have the courage to begin. And so we reach the conclusion, graduation. As promised, here is the moral of our story. As we go into the world and achieve great things, whether that be attending college, excelling in a trade, bettering the workforce, or bravely serving our country, it is important to remember those that helped us along the way, for we would not be where we are today without them. With that, I'd like to start off by thanking our teachers over the years for their role in shaping us into intelligent, capable, and most importantly, kind and empathetic individuals equipped to change the world for the better. Without you, we would not be where we are today. Thank you to the faculty and staff of Juniata Valley High School for providing us with a safe, clean, and accommodating environment to learn, engage in extracurricular activities, and make lasting friendships with one another. Thank you to my parents, whose unconditional love and unwavering support has helped me to become the young woman that I am today. Mom, thank you for always being a shoulder to cry on, a role model to look up to, and the strongest and most beautiful person I know. Dad, thank you for teaching me valuable life lessons, helping me to go out of my comfort zone, and for never steering me wrong. Thank you to my sister and supporting character, Sarah, for being the person that I come to with everything, making me laugh, and keeping me company all of these years. I know that your incredible personality, intelligence, and talents will take you far in life, and I cannot wait to see what you will achieve. Thank you to my best friend, Reese, who has stuck by my side through every setting, theme, plot twist, and character flaw. Without you, my story would not be nearly as colorful. Last, but certainly not least, thank you to my fellow classmates for all of the memories and good times shared, and best of luck with your future endeavors. If there is one thing that I am certain of, it is that each and every one of us has the power to write our own stories. As Henry David Thoreau once said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life that you have imagined. Thank you.
She's playing a song. That's cool.
I would now like to invite all of my classmates to please give their flowers out to their family, or if you have anything that you would like to say to your family, go ahead and do that now.
Did you say I can follow people?
Mr. Rimmer if he knows how to make it less blurry and focus easier whenever I zoom in. Well, that's what I'm asking. Whenever I zoom in, ask him if there's a way to focus it better. Okay, I get that. The way it's now, but I'm saying for future, for like in a little bit, whenever I zoom in, ask him how to focus it. Shay, ask Mr. Rimmer what I just told you.
Eve, could you tighten this for me? Could you tighten that knob? Right there. Yes. Thank you. Alright, thank you. Oh, what you done now? Dang it.
Taylor, that was beautiful.
That was what we just...
this time, we'll have the presentation of the class, the acceptance of the class, and the conferring of their high school diploma degree. So, at this time, would the graduating class of 2022 please rise?
Let's go!
Having fulfilled the requirements for graduation in accordance with the Juniata Valley School District and the Pennsylvania Department of Education, I certify that the members of the Juniata Valley class of 2022 are hereby eligible to receive their high school diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2022.
At this time, I would ask Mrs. Lori Hahn, member of the Juniata Valley Board of Education, to join me at the podium. It is with great pride as Superintendent of Schools that I ask Mrs. Hahn to confer upon the Juniata Valley High School class of 2022 all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities associated with high school graduation.
On behalf of the Juniata Valley School District Board of Education and the powers vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Pennsylvania Department of Education, it is my pleasure to present diplomas to the members of the Juniata Valley High School class of 2022, signifying full completion of the prescribed course of study.
Would all graduates in row 1 please remain standing? Taylor Marie Barron. Anna Elizabeth Kuntz. Corinne Shea Maurer. Isabella Rose Stania. Mackenzie Nicole Hauk. Olivia Dawn Ayers. Addison Alaya Beatty. Spencer Garrett Hoover. Contessa Talia Alessi Sierra. Bryant Patrick Allison. Madison Rose Belinda. Kaylin Ray Beck. Megan Grace Belinda. Jacob Matthew Johnson. Would row 2 please rise? Myra Liberty Shuff.
Gotcha, John.
Michael Raymond Miller III. Avery Ashlyn Taylor. Benjamin Edison Corollas. Victoria Rose Kyle. Olivia M. Schaefer. Aubrey Grace Roddy. Brian Allen Hearn. Emma Grace Zenoble. Jace Maxwell Rand. Jonathan Thomas Vouch. Tony William Ryan Reed. Thomas Andrew Beeson. Devin James Copenhaver.
Boy.
Hey!
Do it to Dan. Now you gotta get to work.
Serve up beer. I'll be over to get a cake later.
With row 3, please rise. Reese Caroline Zaribita. Morgan Pauline Hess. Elena Catherine Hamer. Marissa Foster. Courtney Renee Johnson. Brooke Clark. Jenna Marie Moore-Beatrice. Khalees Ali Laird. Caitlin Sophia Franks. Morgan Ray Sunderland. Cheyenne Elaine Anders. Hillary Raylene Norris. William Alexander Jennings. Would row 4 please rise? Nicholas Michael Sodmont. Nicholas, Paul Morningstar. Andrew James Ross. Austin James Dean Dick. Warren Trey Wilson. David Richard Woodring Jr. Jerome Cheney. Sammy Augustus Klein. Caleb Joseph Thatcher. John Curtis Foster. Max Devin Eichelberger. Nathan Gunnard Soder. Would the class please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of 2022.
Class of 2022, will you please remain standing and join me in the changing of the tassels in the class rings? Congratulations.
You may be seated now. Hello everybody, I'm Taylor Barron. I'm the valedictorian of the class of 2022. This is a very special group of people, obviously. We've been together since kindergarten. So, here you go. Good afternoon, graduating class of 2022. Congratulations to every single one of you here today. You have worked so incredibly hard to be here, and you have struggled through the absolute mess for the past 2 years to make it to this day. Our experiences, both inside and outside of school, have been filled with so much uncertainty, endless amounts of frantic texts to group chats about Canvas assignments, the disappointing news of cancellations, being unable to see each other's faces. But today, I'm certain that it was worth the turmoil. For possibly the final time, we're all in one space here, looking at each other together. I would be completely remiss if I didn't take a brief moment for myself to thank my own family Asia, Raina, Adam, my grandfather, my dad, and especially my mother, who has supported me endlessly and graciously agreed to send me through music school. I thank the staff that has supported this class through the years. Teachers that show genuine care and interest in their students make every difference in the world. And for myself, I thank the music program, the community within the music program, and especially the band boosters, because I wouldn't be who I am today without you all. And moving forward for words to my classmates. Since kindergarten, this class has grown together. We have migrated buildings together. We have played tag and manhunt on the Little League field down the road, fought over swings on the playground, and eventually, even 10 years later, grilled burgers and played cornhole in the student parking lot. We always seem to find our way back to one another, no matter how different our paths are. There's something so inspirational about that. The greatest thing I notice about every single one of you, and yes, every single one of you, is your sense of community. You keep each other in check. You never hesitate to help out or give your honest congratulations or lend a helping hand. Our presence here today reminds us of our home, and now we look toward our lives after our days of roaming the halls of the valley. Yes, of course, look back into your time in the green-tinted hallways and reminisce. Even then, do remind yourselves that you have so much potential and so much room for change and growth. Being from the valley, you should know a whole lot about growing. Hell, grow like the corn you pass every day on your way to school. We're teenagers yet, and we will be for a year or two more. We have our entire lives ahead of us, and it's not even half over. But remember that growth comes with help from other people. Your siblings, your parents, your third grade teacher, your best friends, an infinite number of people help you get where you are. There was a time when I was preparing for a very stressful music school audition with pieces of music that I had never even heard before. I mean, nobody really listens to Bach for fun anymore. I was spiraling into self-loathing and immense doubt in myself and my abilities. And when I attended my flute lesson that week, a very special mentor of mine said to me, "Being a great musician isn't about immediate results or even being the best, Taylor. You can't keep waiting for motivation to drive you. Only discipline can drive you to be better. As Mr. Stone once told me, I hope you all, with the intention of being better for yourselves, improve yourselves every day. I hope that you continue to grow, not for the sole reason of being the best, but because you know you can be better." There is such a diverse range of futures in all of your faces here today, on all of your caps, folks going into the military, going to the workforce, going to college, trade school. Despite all of these diverging avenues, we all have a connection, a very small and sometimes smelly school in the middle of a tall cornfield. As you go explore the individuality of new towns, campuses, new jobs, and are faced with completely different day-to-day lives and people you see every day, know that you always have a place with these people, your classmates, their families, your coaches, your favorite math teacher, your favorite English teacher, and those couple of chickens that used to always get out in 8th grade. In closing, I have a bit of old advice for you. Live your life in search of personal contentment. Do what makes you happy, whether it's hunting, whether it's building a family, painting, kayaking, volunteering, coaching, or hell, knitting. Life is not about the trivial achievements on your resume, and your happiness will never come from seeking validation. You may not be recognized for your successes, and learn to be okay with that. For the greatest thing about living is the happiness you create for yourself by your own efforts. Class of 2022, I invite you, I implore you to continue to grow, and please continue to be a kind community of helping hands. In finality, I know we didn't choose to, but I thank you all for going up with me. Thank you. Everybody's favorite part. Would the class please rise? And we will be singing the alma mater.
you.
Alright, you're good to put it back on me. End the stream.